YouTube worship of Lucha Lucha, aka Matthew J. Brownlee. I'm back with another Spilling the NXT. I'm back at it again with the NXT. Uh, I know it's late, but better late than never. I'm doing NXT today, and then tomorrow I'm going to be doing SmackDown. Uh, or I might do it on the same night. Who knows? I might do this now, and I might do SmackDown later, like when I come home from work or something like that. But right now, we're just gonna do smack talk. Again, there's not a lot of. I mean, the matches, they were there. I mean, NXT is always good. You know what I'm saying? They're on the heels of Takeover, which was a fantastic show. Fantastic show. Takeover was, and this is just the aftermath of Takeover. So they start with Kyle O'Reilly. He opens the show, and excuse me. And he pretty much talked about what happened at Takeover. He was saying that he wanted to talk to Adam Cole. He said he's confused and hurt and shocked and all of the good stuff. He said, but at the end of the day, they're still brothers, so he wants him to come out so he can probably punch him in the face, but then talk about what happened and then move on and stuff like that. Instead of Adam Cole coming out, Roderick Strong comes out, and Colorado's like, yep, you're not Adam Cole, buddy. Love you to death, but you're not who I want. And then Roddy was pretty much was trying to come to it. He was like, we was all shocked what happened. Adam Cole, he was probably confused. A lot of things is going on. He probably didn't mean it. All that other good stuff. And then Colorado's like, yeah, but I don't need to hear it from you. I need to hear it from Adam Cole, baby. So don't come in this ring. I will beat your ass. Don't do it. And then instead of him coming out, uh, Finn Balor came out, and then you can just tell the depression on Kyle O'Reilly's face. It's like, yo, oh my god, if one more person who's not Adam Cole comes out, I'm going to kill somebody. And then Finn Balor said, yeah, see, I was supposed to trust you. It's like, this is why I don't trust people. I came in, I shook your hand, and I got beaten down for it. And then Roddy tries to make Peacekeeper say it wasn't his fault. It had nothing to do with it. They argue, and then team Pat McAfee group come and they attack all of them uh, to end that segment. And then later on, McAfee comes in there. He tells everybody, he told you that he was right. Adam Cole's a scumbag, and you're all free to tweet him, and his DMs is open for you to say that he was right, and the apologies accepted. He's somewhere on a private jet going somewhere important. So good opening segment. I loved it. Uh, the confused Kyle O'Reilly. I love him. Uh, William Regal came out later, said, well, he didn't come out. Video Regal came out, and he said that from what he saw, uh, there's going to be six-man tag. It's going to be Undisputed Era and Finn Balor versus Team McAfee. And he also said that Santos Escobar showed him some type of video that pretty much said that Escobar wasn't going to be there. He said he's going to do it on his time, not Cross's or anybody else's time. Will Regal just said, you'll be there next week and you will face Cross, because if you don't, I'm going to strip you of the title and you're going to be suspended. And then Cross came later and said, it's going to be unfortunate for you because either next week you show up and you're going to get this beaten like a grown man, or you don't show up, you're going to get stripped of the title, and then I'm going to find you, I'm going to beat you up anyway. So, good stuff. The Way, oh, they're so great. Oh, they're the best. Uh, they come out. Candice and Indy has a match against Ashanti and Ember. They come down the ring, and they have these missing uh, where's Austin Theory papers. So great. Ashanti and Ember come out. Johnny Gargano is on commentary. He's just the funniest thing in the world. He has been the lone person maybe besides Finn Balor because he's the champion, who's been in NXT for like a while, who seems to like reinvent himself into something that's not like boring. I don't want to say boring, but like boring. It's like Tommaso Ciampa's been there forever, and it's like he needs to go to the main roster and do something. Io Shirai's been champ, like she's beating everybody. She needs to go to the main roster. Um, it feels like Adam Cole and Undisputed Era. It seemed like they needed to go to the main roster, but it seems like they're setting something up a little bit right now. But this Johnny Gargano, when he this thing is just fantastic. It's gonna be even better when Tegan Knox comes back and they have a thing with them. Yeah. Anyways, this match was good. It was a solid match. It was pretty much just setting up what happened at the end. Um, but I love Johnny Gargano. He was on the commentary, and I think Wade had made like a mistake or something. It was saying that Austin is the heart and soul of NXT. And Johnny goes like, "No, I'm the heart and soul." Like, "You're the heart and soul." I'm sorry. And he goes, "I'm the heart and soul." He said, "Theory's he's the muscle." He said, "Candace is the brain, and Indy's everything else." He just like nonchalantly just not threw that out there. But yeah, this was a good match. I liked it. They show again the tandem offense with Ember and Shanti. Their tag team paralysis togetherness is fantastic. Candice and Indy, they got a lot of time in this match. And Indy is really improving. Like, I think the tag team, a lot of these people who's like new and stuff like that. I think tag team is getting them in that good stuff. But yeah, so they win. Or Candice and Ember win after uh, like some weird white van comes and everybody sees it. Johnny goes back to see what it is. He looks and door open, the closed or whatever, and he doesn't see. He doesn't see. And come back, and he comes back at the in the entrance way. He pulls the mask over his head. Austin Theory is there with just like boxers and a t-shirt. Candice runs up, like the guys are like they all start hugging each other and like jumping up and down. And then Indy's so happy, and then she gets rolled up by Ember for the win. And then Candice is like, "Oh, that's awkward," but they're all happy, so they don't care because Austin Theory's back. They're like, "Yay!" He was like, "What happened?" And then Austin Theory's just like sitting there, he's just like happy, like nothing even happened, or whatever like that. So good stuff. I don't. I wonder if next week they're gonna do something like come of something actual fruition, like where did he go? Was it like a Dexter Loomis type thing? Did he brainwash him? Is that actually Dexter Loomis pretending to be Austin Theory? I don't know. Who knows? But that was good stuff. Um, Reed with Kushida. Oh, so this next segment, Reed is with Kushida. Reed pretty much was saying, "Hey, buddy, you gave it your try. Can I get a turn?" Kushida was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Okay, so when I win, I will be sure to have you in the match, like as you as my challenger, so you can face me again." And then Malcolm Bivens comes. He was like, "Hey, Kushida, yeah. You did great, man, at that match. You know, very physical. You went 25 minutes with Johnny Takeover, man. Whew, must be feeling something, but I think he can still wrestle, right? He can still yeah. Yeah. I'll get back to you. I gotta let me talk to Mr. Reaper for a minute. So pretty much he set up a match against Tyler Rust, who's not he's not a rookie. He's a Diamond of Rust, that type of thing. Um, Next up was Swerve versus Leon Ruff. Isaiah Swerve Scott. This was fantastic. I loved every part of it. This I like the beginning of this. Uh, the whole idea was Swerve is this cocky heel, but he wasn't really heel. He was more arrogant, telling people to get out of his way. But he like just laughed things off because he's a veteran. He's been doing this forever. So it's like I am the man. Uh, Leon Ruff gets a little bit of offense, and he hits a drop kick on. Swerve, but he doesn't really hit it that well. And the commentary try to say like that he kind of got him, but he barely got him, but he caught him with the arm drag. So Leon Ruff said out loud, he said, "Didn't get the drop kick, but I got that arm drag though." That was great. No, he said, "I got the arm drag. That's all that matters." So that was great. But yeah, this was basic. David versus Goliath. Isaiah Swerve being the cocky heel, laying him down every time Ruff was trying to gain offense. He would just shut him down. It's like, nah, man, you're not ready for this and stuff like that. This was great. And then in the end, he got caught just like how he caught Johnny Gargano with that crucifix pin thing. He caught him with that for the win. And then Isaiah Swerve Scott was like, he's like, okay, no, we cool. He starts laughing. He's like, oh, no, we good, we good. And then, he picks up Ruff, he gives him a handshake, he daps him up, and then he beats him. He whoops his butt, tears him up. He even like chucked him on the turnbuckle. He like threw him on the turnbuckle. That was fantastic. That was great stuff. He was like, I'm tired of people like you getting title shots more deserving than me. He was like, I should be North American champion. I should get opportunities for North American champion, but you're getting it. So yeah, it was great. I I hope this is a thing where they're reinvigorating the cruiserweight division because clearly Escobar has no challengers because he's out here facing Karrion Cross. So I like that they got Kushida and Tyler Rust. Like Tyler Rust is a cruiserweight, so maybe this is something Kushida also needs to get him in that cruiserweight division, because he would be great. Have these long takeover matches. He could be part with the cruiserweight championship. You have him. You have Escobar. You have Rust. You have Leon Ruff. You have Isaiah Swerve Scott. You have those five guys like in that main core cruiserweight division. Like you're dealing with something good in that division. Um, I don't know, like, and then I think who else was there was somebody else that I thought about. I can't think of it, but yeah, I think I was gonna say Johnny Gargano, but he's way bigger. Tommaso Ciampa, he was in the cruiserweight classic. I don't know. Maybe that's what Ciampa needs to be reinvigorate himself. I don't know, but yeah, that was great. I loved it, and can't wait for more Swerve versus Ruff because that match was great. Next up, Double Casey versus Robert Stonebrand's Kamea and Aaliyah. I really like Kamea. She's really good. She has brought uh, something to the Robert Stone brand that they need, and that's a good wrestler. Um, I love Aaliyah, but she's been there for 25,000 years. But yeah, I think the pairing of Jessica Kamea and Aaliyah work well. I just hope they start racking up some wins because I think they could be a threat, or I think they could be good. But Casey Catanzaro, Kaden Carter, they pretty much wins this match. I think Boa came out for a little bit early on, but they hit a nice flippy somersault. Casey hits one on Aaliyah for the win, and then Xia Li, Murder Lee comes out, and Kaden Carter is like yelling at her. She's going crazy at her. It's like, oh, whoa, relax, relax. Hey, maybe we just talk to her. Maybe we'll be good. And then she talks to, she tries to talk to Xia Li, whatever. Xia Li just lifts her hand. She puts her hand on her. I thought she was going to shake her hand. I ain't even going to hold you. But she just goes like this, marks it. She say, I going to murder you next week. She didn't say that, but she's going to murder her next week. That's pretty much how this is. So that was decent. The match itself was, it was what it was. But I like the story that's going into it, and I'm finally glad they're giving us at least some love because she's great. She deserves it. Next up, my favorite thing of the whole night. People could say whatever they want about this, but it's the Dusty Rhodes Classic. Winners, MSK come out. Beth Phoenix is, congratulating them. And they were like, "Yeah, Beth, you a legend, but can we just like just a little talk?" and they pretty much said that they came, from the beginning. They said that they came in here. They said they wanted to be the best. They said they wanted to make an impact. They said there's only one way for them to do that, and that's to enter the Dusty Classic. And they came and they beat everybody. And now they got their name in the history books as the winners. And then they said it feels good, and they said they're gonna face against One-Two Punch May 3rd. No, I lied. March 3rd. I think it was March 3rd or something like that, which is that match that they're having with Cody and Shaq. That match is March 3rd. So yeah. Beth was like, yeah, it's like as much as you guys, we're glad that you win, but we gotta introduce the first ever tag team Dusty Classic winners, and then Raquel and my girl Dakota Kai came out. It was a beautiful moment. I loved every part of it. They came down. They got a nice, genuine "You Deserve It" chance because they really did deserve it. Um, and they were saying how much it meant for her with Dusty, with the Dusty Cups and stuff like that. And then Shayna and Nia came out. Shayna's music hit. It wasn't Nia Jax's music. Shayna's music hit to a genuine oh snap. And they came out the ring. It was kind of funny because I think Raquel was like, who do you think you are? And Shayna was like, who do you think I am? And then people, like, everybody started chanting Shayna. They were like, Shayna. And they were like, she was like, really? And in my mind, I was like, yeah, she's a two-time NXT champion. Like, she, like, killed the division, like, by herself, put on classic matches. Like, Shayna is, like, the GOAT, and, like, one of the GOATs in NXT women's history. Um, So she was like, "Yeah, I ran this division." Uh, she was like, "Yeah, Dakota knows about that." Dakota was like, "Yeah, you're the one that ran away after Dakota beat you." And then you turned to MSK and Beth Phoenix, and they just like randomly had popcorn, and they started eating the popcorn. And every time they would say something crazy to each other, they was like jump, eat the popcorn, like it was crazy. That was hilarious. And they were doing digs at each other. Um, it was great. The segment was great. I'm not doing it any justice. You just have to go and watch it. If you just like still like it was just fun. Like I just like the fun. Like just came in there and they made a whole joke, which was fun. It was what it was. But man, I loved it, man. I just MSK is so great, and I really hope that they win the tag team championships on March 3rd. Raquel and Dakota is not going to win, but I hope at least MSK wins. Next up, Kushida versus Tyler Rust. This was a really good match. Uh, they got to show off Tyler Rust going against one of the top superstars in NXT. He's had his run in. He had his run in with Bronson Reed. He got a L. He had his one. I think he had the match with Bronson Reed and won. He lost, and he's been going through like random matches with like other people who's been winning. Like this gives him a test against another top star, and it helps like that they hammer home the fact like he had that 25-minute classic with Johnny Gargano. He can't, and he's injured. Focuses a lot on the shoulder, um, but in the end, and I also like this too. Kushida gets the hoverboard lock on Tyler Rust, and Malcolm Bivens, calls the match. He's like, he's had enough. It's over. Quits like that, and ref calls for the bell, and Kushida wins by submission. And what I like about it was like, hey, you prove that you can go to toe to toe with Kushida, with one of the top stars. Don't want to risk you getting injured. I know you wasn't going to tap out, but I got to save my investment. Russ was like, I'm not gonna, I wouldn't have tapped out. I wouldn't have gave up. He was like, I know you wouldn't have, but it's the long game. It's all about the long game and saving the investment, saving you for the big money matches. You're a star. You're ready. For championship status. And I like that. It's gives Kushida his win that his bounce back from Takeover. and it gives like Tyler Russell's like, yo, he just went 15-20 minutes with Kushida, and it just took a savement and investment for him to win, or for him to kind of lose, but he didn't tap out. Good stuff. Um, LA Knight promo, yeah, dummy, yeah, he's great. He's fantastic. He cut a great promo. Pretty much said anybody who thought they were the hottest free agent in the market lied, because that was me, and now I'm off the market. He said, like I said before, whoever's champion, you gotta watch out. LA Knight, dummy, yeah, coming for you. He said that's not an insult. That's just a fact of life. Love it. He's great. Eli Drake is fantastic, and he told them to leave. Uh, Zoe Stark, they did uh, a video package for her, and then she had a match against Valentina Feroz. I don't think they said her name on commentary, but I got the name from like a website. I saw that's what her name was. This clearly was just a thing for Zoe Stark to show off power. She's fantastic. She's a great look. She's going to be one of the future stars of NXT. It's good because I think when EO and the big names leave, they're going to need more stars, and the women's division is just getting more and more stacked. She hits a reverse DD, like a reverse go to sleep, which was actually really nice, and she got the win. Uh, Before I get to the main event, I actually forgot to mention this. They showed like stilled photos of Io Shirai. She was holding the title in the air, like she was doing a photo shoot, and they had like still photos of Tony Storm beating up um, Io Shirai after her photo shoot. Main event o'clock, 6-man tag match. This was, as you would expect, a very good tag match. It wasn't long. I think it was like 10 minutes, but they packed a lot in this 10 minutes. They showed the tension between Undisputed Era's Roddy and O'Reilly. They did this do the shock the system thing, but Roddy came out doing the thing, and then Kyle O'Reilly just ghosted right past him, but he still had the shirt, so I guess that maybe that was a good thing. He comes down, he does some tags, but he doesn't tag in Roddy. He tags in Finn Balor. A lot of tension going on around in that side of the family, but they do eventually tag each other in. Some cool double team moves. Finn Balor's in there. He's just going extra crispy hard on everybody. Uh, and then was there? I don't remember if there was a ref bump or not. No, there was a ref was distracted from something, and then Adam Cole came out and like pump kicked O'Reilly straight in the face. Then he hit a brain buster on the steel steps, um, and then Finn Balor got distracted. He got popped. Bitter end from Pete Dunne pins Finn Balor. I think that was like probably. I think that might have been the first time Finn Balor's been pinned since he's been in NXT. He gets the win. They all leave. Because I think Roddy got taken out by Finn Balor or somebody like that. Because I think they were all hitting their like the finishers and stuff like that. And then they go in the ring because at this point Adam Cole had already left when he had did it. Like he had turned, like he had left. He went around the ring. That's where Finn Balor caught him. And then out of nowhere, he turns around. Wow, gets popped with a super kick by Adam Cole, and then he raises championship in the air as segment goes off. I was like, where did Adam Cole go? Like I saw him brainbuster Kyle O'Reilly. He went up the ramp around the rim, and then he gets hit with better end. 1, 2, 3. It's over. They all leave. Whatever like that. And then he turns around, boom, super kick straight to the face. It was crazy. I loved it. But yeah, that was the show. Overall, I'd give SmackDown a show that's not even on. I meant to say NXT. I give NXT a B, B plus. It was a good show. It was a good after show. I don't know if they. I don't think they named any. They named anything for next week. I just know 2 weeks is Karrion Cross versus Escobar. I think that might be the only match that they actually have announced for next week. Other than that, I think the March 3rd, or just probably the week after, is the two tag team matches. They might do Pete Dunne versus Finn Balor rematch on that day before they get to like Takeover or WrestleMania, where Finn Balor will probably face Adam Cole, or maybe I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do, but good show. Enjoyed it. Can't wait till next week. What did you guys think of it? Let me know in the comments. I'll see you in the next one. Out.